Hello, alright, so here's a quick overview of how I craft my stuff so I can get HQ out of regular mats. Start with your buffs, of course. So here you go, I'm just gonna drink one of these. It's my medicine and my meal. Got both my buff. Alright, now we switch to leather worker and start. So generally what I'll start with, you can do different things, but I just start with a reflect. So it drops it to 70, then I go ahead with the great strides because it's going to last 3 things until I use it up. Then I go ahead with a waste not 2, innovation, perfect timing because now it's good. So I'm going to go ahead and do my precise touch because you can only do it when good or excellent is up, and it's even better than the standard touch, which is 32 CP. This one's 18. So you do that, generally it's going to bring you about here. There you go. And then for the rest of the innovation buff, I go ahead and just do standard touch. And I keep an eye on condition, because if it switches over, you want to go ahead and do the other ones. It's good. So even though I'm beyond my innovation buff, I'm going to go ahead and do precise touch here. Pretty much already HQ, which is kind of a good RNG for this one. Generally, it's not going to be that good. For the rest of the waste knot, though, I'm going to go ahead and do rapid synthesis. It's not very reliable, but it's way better than the other ones in general because it's 500 efficiency. So I'm going to go ahead and do it a second time. It failed, that's fine. Alright, now that I'm 35, I'm going to go ahead and do Master's Command to go back up. And I still have enough CP, so I'm going to go ahead and do Waste Not 2, which leaves me with 56. I want to make sure that I always have enough for my Biragot's Blessing. So I can do another one of these, but generally what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do Hasty Touch until I get a different condition. But in this case here, since I'm already just here, I want to get to here. I'm going to go ahead and do Rapid Synthesis until it actually brings me up here. Alright, so the rest can be either Rapid Synthesis once, or I can go ahead and do 3 or 2 Careful Synthesis. But in this case here, I'm just going to go ahead and, since I'm already at 89, I'm going to go ahead and do my Biragot's Blessing. 100. And since I'm such a high durability, I'm actually willing to take the 50% success rate of Rapid Synthesis and just keep spamming it until it gets there. There you go. Alright, let's try another one here. And RNG is going to be different, so Reflect, Great Stride, Waste Not 2, Innovation, Standard Touch, Rapid Synthesis until the buff is gone. It's that good, so I'm just going to go ahead and again, Precise Touch, Master's Mend. Oh, it's already good. So instead of doing Waste Not 2, I won't mind so much because my durability is pretty high. I'm just going to go ahead and at 47 and with 8 Inner Quiet buffs, I might as well just do Biragot's. There's a good chance that it's actually going to complete the HQ. It did. Perfect. And if I want to be very safe, I go ahead with another Waste Not 2, but in this case, I could literally just continue with the Rapid Synthesis. But let's be safe here. There you go. Of course, rings are generally the easiest ones to HQ because they have very low requirement. You can go ahead here with the oops, I'm going to switch over to Weaver. There you go. Let's try this one out. You can also start with this one, but it will mess up with your progress, and you could. But as I mean, again, you have calculation here, which usually will tell you how much progress you'll get from any of the abilities you use. So you can use that to calculate, you know, the end product. But Reflect, Great Strides. It's already good, so in this case, because I don't want to waste the good, I'm going to go ahead and do a precise touch. Now waste not 2, innovation, standard touch, until the buff is gone. This one. Rapid synthesis. We're already down at 30, so in this case I'd rather not continue putting it into hasted touch. I'm just going to go ahead and Master's Man right away. It's at good. In this case I will go ahead and do precise touch because I'm going to do waste not 2 after, which should be good enough to cover the entire, the rest of the duration. Durability rather. And it's 71, and I don't really care at this point. I'm just going to go ahead and do Barragots because I do have 10 stacks. There you go. And then Rapid Synthesis for the rest. Rarely you will have moments where you do Rapid Synthesis, you know, many times in a row, 5 to 6 times in a row, and never be successful. So if you really want to be safe for the rest of those, you can go ahead and just do Careful Synthesis and or Basic Synthesis, because obviously at that point you have so little CP, you may not be able to do Careful Synthesis. But you know, if you really want to be sure and you don't have great gear, or you know you don't want to just risk it because you don't have a lot of mats, you want to go ahead and just do the Careful Synthesis route instead of going and just taking the gamble with the Rapid Synthesis 500. Another thing you can do as well, you can actually do Veneration, which will increase how much of these are giving you too. But again, it's a judgment call. But as long as you get HQ at the end, that's all that matters.